Good morning students, I hope you all are good. So today we are going to learn the lesson number 4, electromagnetic induction and alternating current. We have completed electromagnetic induction, am I correct? And we are going to discuss AC current, that means alternating current. In that alternating current we are going to learn the new topic. What is that new topic? Power in an AC circuit. In our lower classes we have discussed power. What is that? Rate of doing or rate of consumption of energy. Here we are going to discuss some more thing. So power in an, our topic is what is that? Power in an AC circuit. So power is defined as the rate of consumption of, two more question, rate of consumption electrical energy. What is that? Electrical energy is that circuit. So power is power in an AC circuit is defined as the rate of consumption of electrical energy is that circuit or for that circuit. In ordinary, power is nothing but power is equal to product of voltage and current. See, so power represented V into I. So in AC circuit, the current and voltage, what is that? The current I and voltage varies simultaneously with respect to time. So current and voltage varies simultaneously with respect to, okay, how they vary in AC circuit? Power, current and voltage simultaneously vary. First we can determine by power. How we can determine means we are taking the average over one complete cycle. Taking the average over one complete cycle, we can determine the power. So how we can determine the power? We can take the average over one complete cycle. That means energy consumption over one complete cycle. We can determine the power. The alternating voltage in our previous class, in our previous topics, we have discussed the alternating voltage and alternating current, isn't it? So the first is the alternating voltage and alternating current. So alternating voltage represented by V is equal to Vm sin omega t, and alternating current is represented by I is equal to Im sin omega t plus or minus pi, isn't it? This is alternating voltage and alternating current. Here what is pi means? Pi is the phase angle between voltage and current and voltage. What is pi? It is called the phase angle between for what to what? Current and voltage. The alternating voltage and the alternating current represented by the equation. See, I will walk that. This is alternating voltage. What is this? Alternating current. So what is here pi? Pi is nothing but phase angle for what to what? Current and voltage. Use this power equation. P equal to, that means power in an AC circuit we will calculate. Power equal to, what is that? VI, isn't it? So V is nothing but Vm sin omega t, isn't it? What is I? Im sin omega t plus phi, using a trigonometric formula. So Vm Im sin omega t, then sin omega t plus phi. Using again trigonometric formula, power in an average power. PAV means average power. Average power in an AC circuit. Vm Im. So sin omega t cos pi minus cos omega t sin pi. If you explain using trigonometry relation, cos pi sin square omega t minus sin omega t cos omega t, then sin pi. From this equation, when I box know that equation, I want to substitute sin square omega t is nothing but 1 by 2. What is that? Sin square omega t is nothing but 1 by 2. Next, sin omega t cos omega t equal to 0. This condition, if we substitute the box equation, the average power equal to Vm Im cos pi into 1 by 2. Got it? How this equation we got it means, substitute this condition in the above equation, we get it. So next, the equation again we are write in the another form. How to write? See, so average power PAV equal to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 into cos pi. Using the mathematical expression, when you convert in this equation into this equation, so average power PAV equal to, so Vm by root 2 is nothing but VRMS. We have discussed in our previous class VRMS, IRMS. So Im by root 2 is nothing but IRMS, root means square. So into cos pi. So this is our required equation. In this required equation, 3 terms are there. See. So first term, average power factor. Average power factor. So this term is IRMS and VRMS. Is nothing but apparent power. What is that? Apparent power. What is this means? Power factor. This is important factor. Power factor. Power factor is also known as important one mark true factor, true power. So true power is also known as power factor. True power is also known as, what is that? Power factor. So power in an AC circuit can be determined. We can't able to determine directly. So we can first take the average power in an AC circuit. How to take the average power means using the equation, the average power equal to VRMS IRMS into cos pi. What is PAV represented by average power? What is VRMS IRMS? Apparent power. What is cos pi? Power factor. What is that? Power factor. Next, use this equation. We have to apply in the following circuits. We can say that is special case. So special cases. We have considered the circuit. The circuit is consists to be purely, how that? Purely resistive. The word is important. The purely resistive. Phase angle for that circuit, phase angle between current I and voltage is 0. How that? 0. So phase angle pi equal to 0 means cos pi equal to 0. Cos 0 equal to 1. What is the power factor? Because cos 0 degree we are getting 1. So what is the average power we are getting? PAV equal to IRMS into VRMS into cos pi. So cos pi equal to 0. So cos 1 into 1. We are getting PAV average power equal to IRMS into VRMS. So average power can be calculated in the following circuit. The circuit is to be purely resistive. The average power is IRMS, VRMS. Important one mark question. They will give the value of IRMS, the value of VRMS, calculate the average power. So next, second circuit consists of, the circuit is said to be, what is that? The circuit purely, how that? Purely inductive or capacitive. How that? Purely inductive or capacitive. So what happened? The average power. So average power equal to average power equation VRMS IRMS into cos pi. Pi is the angle between, that means phase angle between current and voltage. Here for inductor and capacitive, how that pi value, pi is nothing but pi by 2 or 90 degree. How that? Pi by 2 or 90 degree. So maybe that lead or lag. We are discussed how that to be lead and how that to be lag. So when we substitute in this above equation average power, we are getting PAV equal to VRMS IRMS here cos 90 degree equal to 0, isn't it? Into 0. So anything into 0 we are getting 0. Average power equal to 0. So the circuit is considered to be purely inductive or capacitive. What is the average power? We are getting 0. So next third point, the circuit, the phase angle. Between current and voltage, current and voltage represented by pi equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC by R. Am I correct? We have discussed in our previous class. So fourth one, the circuit is series resonance. How that circuit? The circuit is going to series resonance. How that? Series resonance. That time what? What happened? The phase angle between current and voltage are 0. Pi equal to 0 at the resonance. So cos pi, we know that cos 0 equal to 1, isn't it? Now we calculate the average power. Average power equal to VRMS into IRMS. When we substitute cos pi, use this equation, cos 0, 1 intensity, the same value VRMS into IRMS. So average power will be different for different circuit. The circuit consisting of different components. Once again, the circuit is purely resistive. The average power IRMS, VRMS. The circuit is purely inductive and or capacitive. What is the average power? There is no average power. The average power becomes 0. The phase angle between current and voltage. What is that phase angle? Pi is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC by R. The circuit is to be series resonance. What is the average power? PAV equal to VRMS into IRMS. VRMS means voltage root mean square. IRMS root mean square speed. Current root mean square speed. Any doubt for the average power? So power in an AC circuit is very important topic. Always use this topic. They are framing the 1 mark question. Not only in the public examination, in the JEE, NEET, some preparatory exam, competition exam also. So don't take easily for this topic. So next our topic is power factor. What is that? Power factor. What is our next topic? Power factor. See, power factor, just now we have discussed, power factor is nothing but cos phi, isn't it? That means cosine angle lead or lag. The cos angle may be lead or lag. Where they lead, where they lag, we have discussed, isn't it? Am I correct? So power factor cos phi represent cosine angle lead or. Not only in this formation, we can write many formation power factor. Power factor is also right. Resistance by impedance. What is that? Resistance by impedance. R by Z. R means resistance. Z means impedance. Isn't it? Am I correct? This is also represent what is the power factor, and power factor also we can write PI cos phi by VI. So we will be getting cos phi now if you cancel that. So this is also what is that power factor. So power factor also write like that. True power by apparent power. How the true power by apparent power? This basic equation, average power PAV equal to VRMS. Just now we have discussed IRMS into cos phi. What is this power factor? If you keep this cos phi in the right side, if you take that power factor, okay, that is also known as true power. No, I said just now. So true power by apparent power. We can calculate in many ways the power factor. We can apply in the suitable conditions, suitable places. In suitably applied, we are getting the equation. Suppose they are given to calculate the power factor. Resistance of the circuit is 100 ohm. Impedance of the circuit is 100 ohm. What is the power factor? Power factor we have to calculate. Otherwise, they are given the true power and apparent power to calculate the power factor. So true power is nothing but cos phi. Pi angle they will given. How to give the pi angle? Pi angle may be cos 60 or cos 45. Cos 45. This value we want to apply the value. We are getting the. So next class we will see the problems. So you don't worry that. So you first you have to read these things. Power factor in right many ways. So this to be applied in the following circuits, we can represent by that special cases. So what is the power factor in the circuit is pure resistive. The circuit is represented by pure resistive. The phase angle between current, between current and voltage, we know that. What is that? 0. So what is the power factor? So cos phi, this is the power factor. So the cos 0 degree is nothing but 1. Cos 0 degree is nothing but 1. Next, second one, The circuit is to be, the circuit is capacitive, inductive, purely inductive and capacitive. So what is the phase angle? Phase angle is 90 degree or pi by 2. Am I correct? So cos 90 degree equal to 0. Equal to 0. So the values, the phase angles values varies. 0 means 1, then 1 means 0. Like that they were vary. See, final condition, the power factor lies between 0 and 1. The circuit having RLC proportions. So finally, the power factor lies between value lies between 0 and 1. We can calculate the what we have to calculate: resistance, inductor, and capacitance proportion. We want to calculate. What we want to calculate? Resistor, inductor, and capacitance proportion. We can be calculated. So we have discussed in this class power in an AC circuit. So definition of power is simply power is defined as the rate of consumption of electrical energy is that circuit or in that circuit. Average power, first we want to calculate power in a circuit, we can't able to calculate it. So what we will do means we want to calculate average power. How to calculate? Take average over one complete cycle. We have discussed. Next is power factor. So the power factor we can write many ways. The power factor we want to apply in the following conditions. The circuit it should be purely resistive. The circuit should be purely inductive. The circuit is purely capacitive. The phase angle. So the power factor lies between where to where? 0 and 1. So the resistor, inductor and capacitor in the circuit's proportions can be determined. What we have to determine can be determined. Okay. So using this relation we want to calculate problems and important created questions. Everything we want to calculate. Next class we will see that. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Thank you. Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the lesson 4, electromagnetic induction and AC current. We are completed electromagnetic induction. Am I correct? So we are going to discuss AC current. In that AC current, we are going to discuss advantage and disadvantage of AC over DC. What is that? Advantage and disadvantage of AC over DC. Important 3 mark and 2 mark question. Advantages and disadvantages of AC over DC. What is our topic? Advantage and disadvantages of AC over DC. Just we recall what we discussed in our previous class. In our previous class we have discussed power in an AC circuit and power factor. Just I recall the equation. Power in an AC circuit. So average power equal to IRMS VRMS into cos pi. This is power in an AC circuit. Next, power factor. So power factor, in many ways we can write the power factor. Only one of the thing we will write that cos pi or R by Z or true power by apparent power. So we can write in the meaning, etc. These things, these topics we have discussed, and we have calculated how to calculate the given problem, average power and power factor, isn't it? So today we are going to discuss advantage and disadvantage AC over DC. First we are going to discuss advantage. So the production or the generation of AC is cheaper compared to DC. The generation of AC is cheaper than DC. So the cost wise and production creation wise it is cheaper. Which one? AC compared to DC. Next, if transmission the AC, if transmission the AC with high power, the power loss become less compared to forward DC. The power loss, what is that? The power loss become less when means the transmission. When you generated the or produced the AC, that to be move one place to another place, there is transmission. Which one to be less power loss means AC, because if you send the high voltage, this one high voltage, the power loss becomes less compared to DC. These are the advantage. What are the disadvantage? Working AC is very dangerous compared to DC. Work with AC is dangerous compared with DC. So it is very dangerous for AC compared to DC. That is the first disadvantage. AC cannot be used in certain application. What are the applications means? Charging of battery, charging of batteries, electroplating, etc. We can't use AC. These are the disadvantages. If AC means alternating current, how that current and voltage vary? I'll show the graphical diagram. See, positive, negative, positive, negative. The current varies with respect to voltage, with respect to time. See, current and voltage are varies. DC means direct current. This is AC. Then DC, see, does not vary with respect to time. Current and voltage does not vary. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of what is that? AC over DC. Once again, advantage, the generation of AC is cheaper than DC. If the transmission of AC with high voltage, the power loss become less compared to DC. Disadvantage, work with AC is very dangerous compared with DC. AC cannot be used in certain applications. What are the applications? Charging batteries, electroplating, etc. is disadvantages of what is that DC. If you have any doubt, this is very important question for 2-3 mark level, and also sometimes only they asked 2 mark. 2 mark means advantage only they will ask, or disadvantage. If 3 mark means both they will ask. Otherwise the 5 mark level 2 part they will give. One part is advantage, disadvantage. Second part maybe they will ask any question. So it is very important. Don't hesitate. This question you will study. If you have any doubt, please ask.